So I'm not quite sure what our genre of pop culture is in the 20s yet. And obviously, like, things slowed down with COVID, so it's kind of tough. Like, what were we going to get if there wasn't COVID? I don't know. But I think right now we just have too much of it, right? There's just too much content. It's the 20s are the era of the Disney Plus and the HBO IPs, right? Like, so everything is a beloved IP at this point. And I would say that's probably the case for the 2010s. But so if there is kind of like there's the Star Wars as we've seen kind of fit into these different eras. In the 2000s, we had the prequels, of course. So we had like kind of almost like over the top, not campy, but like really self-serious movies in the 2000s. Like we obviously everything was very Shakespearean dialogue with the prequels, and everything just felt like it was a play, right? Like it was just highfalutin and all this. And we had, very serious dramas and stuff like Training Day, stuff like Titanic in the early 2000s and all this kind of stuff. So stuff that was very self-serious. Then we had 2010s where it's, I want to get kicked in the nuts by my content. I want my favorite characters to die. I want everything to be, I want conceptions to be completely flipped, and I want to feel bad watching content. I feel like that was the 2010s, and that is what we got. That is what we got with the sequels, right? We got subverting your expectations. We got Luke throwing a lightsaber behind his back. We've got, the main baddie getting sliced in half at the end of the second half of The Last Jedi. And then, I don't know, whatever happened in the Rise of Skywalker, just like, here's a salad of Star Wars, mix it up. The 2010s were, I want to get kicked in the balls by my content. I want Ned Stark to die in the first season. Like, granted, I know that came from a book, but like, I think Game of Thrones kind of signifies what 2010s was. And I think Andor is an extension of 2010s. It's, I want to get kicked in the nuts by my content. I want to get kicked in the nuts by my Star Wars. And I want to root for the bad guy, and I still want the bad guy to lose. Or sorry, I want the bad guy to win. I want to root for the bad guy, but I want to recognize his bad, and I want to maybe glorify him too. That's all over Andor, right? Especially with the character of Luthen, which he's like, yeah, we're not supposed to like this guy.
Yeah. There's more shades of gray. It's not quite just clear cut, good guys, bad guys. It's not the Avengers.
And I know you made, so in this, I'm going to bring this full circle with your dark and gritty, what we're talking about today. I think you're going to make this point, but really, I think you said kind of the epitome of dark and gritty is Batman Begins. I would argue yes, but it was too stealth of a start, right? Like, that was officially the reboot. But I think really it came into fruition with The Dark Knight.
Yeah, that's right? True.
Like, that had such a cultural foothold. That had, Heath Ledger like tried to make himself go crazy, and he succeeded. And we loved it because we wanted to get kicked in the nuts by our content, right?
Batman Begins was kind of a joke. Like, before it came out, we were kind of like,
do we need more Batman?
Yeah, we need another
origin. We were saying that in 2005, and then we're already still in another era that has more Batman.
Yeah, but I remember seeing it and being like, this is good, but it wasn't a phenomenon.
Yeah.
Like, until The Dark Knight. So I do agree with you.
Batman Begins was 2005, and then what was Dark Knight was 2009, I think.
I think it was 8. 2008.
So really the 2010s started in 2008. And now it hasn't really ended yet, because I don't think the 2020s knows what it's going to be, other than just more of it.
So the 2010s era really...
We've got a Star Wars television show that we never thought we would ever have. I mean, we had that with The Mandalorian to begin with. But now we also have one that kicks you in the balls. So here we go.
It's an HBO show. It's an HBO style Star Wars show.
It's kind of like a Showtime show.
Okay.
Showtime. I think Showtime is a notch below HBO, and I'm not saying in quality, and it's not like this isn't a dig at Andor, but I don't think it's quite a Game of Thrones. It's not Star Wars' Game of Thrones.
Especially, I think where Star Wars draws the line is sexual content, and
We're never going to see that on Disney Plus.
Yeah, we don't need that. It's fine. Like, we don't have to have more than anyone just making out and then seeing a girl that possibly is a prostitute.
When that happens, we'll know they're out of ideas.
Yeah, when it's more than just Rey and Kylo Ren like kissing, kind of
touching hands. Yeah.